Hey guys, it's me, and I'm here today with a book review of Moira Young's Blood Red Road. Let me just break this down for you. I will give you the overall little snappy synopsis. There's a girl named Saba, and she lives in Silver Lake with her pa, her brother Lou, who's like her twin brother, and they were both born on midwinter or midsummer, something like that. That's really important, apparently. And her little sister Emmy, who she's always a horrible person to, which is like super fun. So they're in this world run by this king who controls all his people by drugging them up with this crazy thing called chal that really screws up with their mind. And every 9 or so years, in order to keep him living, they have to sacrifice the kid born in midsummer or midwinter, not quite remembering which one it is. Lou and Saba, having both been born on this day, are people who can be sacrificed for this. And Lou is the one that they choose to watch his whole life and kidnap him. And the kidnappers are, and quoting the blurb here, ladies and gentlemen, 4 cloaked horsemen. Ominous. And so Saba, who totally loves her brother Lou, sets off on a grand adventure to find Lou and save him before Midsummer or Midwinter's Eve. Still unclear on which one it is. Alright, so I'm going to do a non-spoiler review first, and then I'm going to divulge a few spoilery things at the end. Overall, I'm just gonna say that this book had a lot of promising, interesting concepts that, you know, could have been real great. But they weren't. And the reason for this is they were poorly executed. You basically have all these characters and they are uneducated. So it's the book which is narrated by Saba. Her being uneducated, it's written in slang, you know, with ain't and can't and get your self down here. And it takes a little getting used to, but after a while it started to flow and I liked it, but then it got annoying again. I ended up not being able to take it seriously. So what started out as a cool way to characterize and set a mood ended up just epically failing because it gets so much on your nerves. Second of all, the plot twists were way too convenient, and I will give examples of those plot twists later. It's just things that just happen to occur that perfectly serve our main characters. And totally pulls you away from the story and you're like, wait a second, what? Why would that happen right now? How is that even happening? And our third reason why this book was not a fun time. The pacing was totally off and like completely out of whack. She could have taken time to build up and it would have added to our character development, our story arc, our action, our excitement, but she just kind of blazes through it like, oh, I'm just gonna let you know that this kind of happened, but I'm not gonna like develop it really. And my last general reason why this book is not very highly recommended, it was super cliche. Like, you just, I'm gonna spoil this because it's not really a big spoiler, but if you're really hesitant and you just don't want anything spoiled at all, mute me for a second, just mute me. So Saba gets given this heartstone that apparently was her mother's, and it heats up when you get close to your heart's desire, yada yada yada. So of course, when love interest enters Jack, what does it do? It heats up. It's real intense, and she's like, Jack, oh my god, that's my man. But then she's like, no, I don't care, like, I don't like you, whatever. So cliche, it pains me. Alright guys, if you don't want to get spoiled, you can come on back now. It's safe, I promise. I guess what I'm wishing is that I wish you would just focus on the characters a little more, because there was also some characters that were introduced that had so much potential, just like her concepts in general, but then she just didn't give them any time, and she didn't nourish them into these beings. Like, there's this one chick named Ash who was literally there just to give one-liners. Well, holy crap in a cup! Let's go kick some ass. Let's do it. Just things like that. You're like, okay, is she not even a person? Then there's a girl named Epona, who's there just to be nice, because all of the rest of them are just really mean people. So she's just there to be kind, I guess. And then you have third one, the father, which is just his purpose in the beginning, which you'll find out and see, is basically to give this really cliche don't give in to fear speech. Which is like, okay, well that was the whole theme to the novel wrapped up right there. Things that I think worked. There were times when I was feeling Saba, the main character, and I like that sometimes, you know, she's strong and she's unashamed of who she is and her background. I'm like, you go girl, that's kind of cool. Other thing I liked... Yeah, I guess I could just say I did like her concepts, even though they weren't very well executed, but I did like the potential of them. Except for spoiler, mute if you don't want to be spoiled, do it now, save yourself! Except for the hellworms. Why would you? Okay guys, all I can think about is SpongeBob and the Alaskan bullworm. Like, let's just look at that for a second, okay? That is all I can think of when I read the hellworms. I can't take you seriously, and when you have these giant worms attacking you, but hellworms, really? Okay, you can come back, it's safe, and I'm done with the spoil section right there. Basically, it's just really disappointing, because there was so much more she could have done with this book. Okay, so if you really don't want to get spoiled in Blood Red Road, I'm just gonna go all out spoilery for the next part of this video, so if you guys don't get spoiled, just go on ahead. It's nice having you. Thanks for watching. Bye! If you have read Blood Red Road, stay with me a little longer. Okay guys, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Let's get down. First thing, like I said earlier about the plot twist being real convenient and real predictable also, is when Helen reveals that she just happens to be the child of that guy that just happened to kidnap Lou, and she just happens to know where Lou is and when he's gonna get, like, killed and how he's gonna get killed and all that stuff. It's just like, cause, you know, you've just been there lately, you just know what's going on. Number two, when the king dies, obviously he didn't die, and she's like, oh, he's dead, we're good. It's like, you didn't actually see him die. And then when he comes back, it's like, I could just skim through that. I'm like, yep, see, I was waiting for that. And then later with the final battle with the king, he doesn't, it's like a half a page again. It's just like her pacing is so out of whack. Like, she just gets into an action thing and then whoosh, it's done. And you're like, what even happened? I don't know. I can't. And it's not because I'm not the type of person who just wants an action book, but if you're going into a sequence that you're building up into, give it some time so you can get your bearings and kind of understand what's happening instead of just like whipping you out of it. And then another thing, why is she so mean to Emmy? Would someone care to explain that to me? Like, why? And then just the sudden switch at the end when Emmy gets captured and she's like, no, of course I'll go back for her. Of course I'll fight for you. I'm just like, but what? I thought the cage fighting thing was an interesting concept, and the first time she fought, I was expecting like a really cool scene that was really all fleshed out and descriptive, but it was like half a page. So same complaint as earlier. And then Saba saves Jack, and then he fakes death. What are you doing, Jack? Why? Why would you do, what's the point? What are you gaining from that? Nothing. You just freak your girl out. And then later, when they finally get to Lou, and Saba's been searching for him for so long, and she's just overwhelmed, like she's finally done it. And so she cries a little bit, and Jack just looks at her, he's like, stop it, now's not the time and place. And it's like, I get that you're being strong, but try some sympathy. Like, what is going on? What is this book? Ah! I don't even know. Stay down. But, I mean, I just wonder, like, where is it gonna go next? I don't really, what else? I get that they have to fix everything, and all the problems, and I'm like, I get that, but where's it gonna go? I don't know. Do I necessarily want to find out? I don't really know if I actually do. Anyways, guys, so that kind of turned into more of a rant than a review, so sorry about that. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. as always, I really, really love to hear what you guys think. Feel free to dispute me, agree with me, whatever you want, let me know. Overall, I would give this book a 1.5 out of 5 stars. Maybe I'll round it up to a 2. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on reading, guys. Bye!